Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to the show. We are at 100 line Last Defense Academy. We are on chapter 15, day 51. It's specifically chapter 15B, day 51. We are going through a very complex time because Shoma, out of everybody, committed the unspeakable act of killing someone. And the worst person to kill, Kako has been amazing throughout this entire game. Not a fault to the lady ever. And here he is, just like pretty cold-heartedly doing it. You know what I mean? So we found out a handful of things. One, Shoma may be the killer, but he was put up to it by somebody called X, that he calls X. And we don't know who X is. X is the one that killed Gaku, probably took the hearts out of the corpses, and put Shoma up for it. This is big reveal because there's somebody else in our midst that isn't Ito that has the capabilities of completely disrupting our, harmonious life here. So I'm excited to continue on. I'm just trying to gun through this whole section because we got a long ways to go.
Get ready for your 51st day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
I love that guy.
Guys! Wake up! Something's happened!
Oh no. Upon hearing the loud cry, dash out of the room. Yeah, it's going to be Shoma is killed. What happened?
What's going on?
I was up early to check on Shoma, and Shoma, what happened to him? Just come with me, quick. We all knew where we were going. Everybody made a mad dash to the courtyard together. We ran through the second floor hallway and burst into the courtyard and ran toward the cage without stopping. There we saw... It's the same art. It's the same art. I love it.
Shoma!
Oh man, I feel bad for people that have, because there's some people that legit when they hear the sound of somebody like throwing up, they actually like do. You know what I mean? I'm sorry if you're out there letting you have that. Kiyoshika grabbed the gate, tried to open it. Dummy. It's still...
It is still locked and will not budge. Doesn't Takumi have the key?
Hold on, I'll unlock it now.
I dug out the key out of my pocket and slotted it into the keyhole. I thought there were two keys in the first run. Once the gate was unlocked, I opened it and went inside. Man, damn it. Yeah, here's the problem I have is Shoma is my favorite for fighting. You know what I mean? He's my favorite fighter. I immediately ran to Shoma and touched his neck, checking for a pulse. At that moment, something felt a little off.
What?
I touched his clothes, and they were wet as well.
Is he alive or not?
I already checked that. As you can clearly see, he's already...
Oh,
maybe we can still revive him if we bring him to the infirmary like last time.
Since I had touched his body, I knew already that too much time had passed. But I decided to go along with it anyway.
Yeah, we should try that.
Alright, so Eva... Alright, theory, Eva killed Shoma. That's it. Okay, estimated time of death between 2 and 5 a.m. Hemorrhagic shock. Multiple stab wounds to the chest and abdomen. The murder weapon, it was likely a sharp blade. Around 8 inches long. Too much time had passed since death. Insufficient cryptoglobin in the body. Impossible to revive. Alright, he's gone. Punk. After everyone had a chance to review the monitor, the mood in the room became heavy.
The hell's going on?
How'd the killer get to Shoma when the cage was locked? Takumi, did you lock your door last night? Yes, I did. So nobody could have stolen the key from me while I was asleep. And I know I I'm repeating myself, but that key was unique. It cannot be copied. Well, that narrows down the list of possible suspects to just Takumi, right? Don't you ever get tired of mindlessly repeating the same thing?
Hey!
Aren't we overlooking the other possibility that he stabbed himself like before? This time, in a way, that'd be impossible for us to revive him. I can't think of any other reason why he'd end up dead in a locked cage in the middle of the night. Well then, who supplied him with the knife? It had to be X, right? If it was X, they would have passed him some Gamafeel in a syringe. Yeah, ain't no one strong enough to keep mutilating themselves without being drugged the hell out of their mind. He could have used one of the bottles that had been stolen previously. We moved Shoma's remains to the morgue. Yeah. There we go. There are now 4 bodies lying on the table there. At Ima's request, we made sure that Kako and Shoma's bodies were not placed next to each other. Ima walked to Shoma's dead body and stared at it for a long time. Then he said, "You got what you deserved." Damn, that's cold shit, bro. He's a cold guy. I like him a lot. After that, we investigated the courtyard together. Despite combing over every inch of the area, we could find no trace of a knife or syringe. The only thing we found was a balloon. It was lying on the floor near Shoma's cage. Although I couldn't immediately figure out if it was related to the case, I decided to stuff it in my pocket just in case. Okay, so I guess I can talk about this real quick. If you go down here to chapter 13, this is the canonical ending, or at least the canonical ending to this section of the game. I don't know. Like, don't ask me. It's right here. There it is. This right here, this day, this night, the night of the 9th, Ito used the same trick that whoever killed Shoma used to get in there and kill him. What I think I don't know exactly what it was, but I think it has something to do with using the water and raising the water level so much so that you could swim out or something like that. I don't know. All right. As soon as the last rays of sunlight disappeared into the horizon and the darkness of the night took over, it was already past dinner time. Seeing that none of us had appetite after all that, we skipped cafeteria and gathered in the rec room. Again, second time. I think we were in the lounge last time. That makes it 3 people have lost their lives because of X. We don't know for sure if X had anything to do with Shoma's case.
Of course they did.
We'd all be in serious trouble if it wasn't X. Because that would mean there are 2 killers of X's caliber running around free.
So, do you think X might be? Everyone fell silent. This was the question I was dreading the most. It seemed like the others felt the same. Ever since Shoma shared his side of the story last night, we'd all been avoiding a particular issue. But it was time to face the reality. I steeled myself and turned to Tsubasa. Tsubasa, do you have the organic light detection device?
Yes.
Oh.
12. Exact same number of people present.
That means
Somebody among us is X.
no, wait. It could have been someone who came in at midnight, left the school before the sun came up.
Sadly, that's not possible. This device comes with a log history. At 4 a.m. last night, the number changed from 13 to 12 and stayed there. So Sir Shoma was murdered at 4 a.m. last night. Yeah? Miss Magadori, we are discussing something more important here. The number reduced by 1 when Shoma lost his life, but after that, It neither went up nor down. Proving that nobody came from into the school and left it, right? Yes.
Thing is, we're all screwed if we don't do something. X threatened to kill us in that message, and they're doing just that. The more we put this off, the more people will be dropping dead one by one.
Well, I agree with the part about doing something at least.
Hey, Takumi, you're the leader. Come up with something.
Okay, maybe. How about we make it compulsory to move around in groups of at least 3 during the day?
Then some say that 3 is a risky number.
That was because 2 other teammates could be working together. But the situation has changed. According to Shoma, X is just one person. That's right, so a group of 3 should be fine. What about at night? Feels like that's the main thing so far. All of them were taken out at night. Then we should... Oh, that's quaint. Phew, done and done. Are we really going to be sleeping here from now on?
How bland and boring getting evacuated center vibes here.
Would you prefer bland and boring or dead in a ditch? We've used the curtains to divide up the areas into rooms, so everybody will have a semblance of privacy.
Is there really going to work? What if the killer strikes while we're all sleeping? In fact, that's why we avoided sleeping in one spot until now, right?
Yes, and that's why I'm thinking of having a sentry system. 3 people will be on watch at all times. We'll also rotate out 1 person out every hour.
And if anything happens, just shout. That's reassuring. Now I can get a good night's sleep, rest. My skin will thank you.
Looks like we agreed to. This arrangement should stop X from causing further harm. We should be safe for a while. Now, we just need to continue our investigation and expose X's identity before they tried anything else. There's just one other thing that was bothering me. Shoma was killed today. I saw his body with my own eyes, which meant... man, they've been doing that a lot. What? 25 days?
Time to rise and shine!
What the fuck? No. 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 It's like oh my gosh. What is happening to this guy? That's crazy. Okay. All right.
Get ready for your 75th day of active... Prepare to spend another... Be ready to give your lot.
We're in our room. I woke up to the sound of the morning announcement. First thought that crossed my mind was, not again, along with a sense of reassignment. Looking up at the unfamiliar ceiling, it took me a few minutes to realize I was in the gym. I stood up on my makeshift bed, pulled over the curtain divider, and stepped outside. Takumi? He awakens. I accidentally did the wrong voice, Kiyoshika. He awakens. I ain't one to sweat the small stuff, but you gave us a real scare this time. You were out for 23 whole days.
Is that a new record?
Oh, for the love of murder. Alright, anybody missing? Anybody missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's everybody. I turned slowly to look at everyone that said, everyone's safe. Thanks to your last words. My last words?
For us to move in groups during the day and sleep together at night. Remember, those were your instructions. You gave on day 51. We've been able to survive all this time because of them.
X hasn't had an opportunity to strike. That also means X is still...
Yes, we still don't know who they are.
If we did, we would have thrown them in a cage and tossed away the key already. This is intense. Now we better get a better look at them. I saw signs of fatigue on everyone's faces. X is among us. I'll be killed if I walk around with only one other person. They've all had to spend the last 23 days under the crushing weight of such thoughts. It's no wonder their mental fatigue is starting to show physically. Oh, right. There's something you need to know. What is it? About 10 days ago, we met a boy. The boy with the undying flames. He showed up himself?
Yeah!
Yeah, well, he was feeling very unwell, but he said he just had to tell us something.
Huh?
And what was that? I recently found out there's something called a distress signal transmitter somewhere in the school. It was put here in the event of all but one member of Team 1 dying. Only Team 1, though, because the two teams joining together had not been anticipated. The people on the satellite did not think Team 2 would ever come here. At any rate, no matter how strong they are, a single fighter wouldn't be able to win this war on their own. Instead, the survivor would be extracted and put on a standby while the people in charge put together a fresh team for a new attempt. Once the correct series of codes have been entered into the transmitter, it would, transmit a distress signal. Once Artificial receives it, they would send a rescue craft to the school. The survivor would get on board and be taken back to the satellite. That's supposed to be the sequence of events. Also, the rescue craft does not have a capacity restriction. That means people from both Teams 1 and Teams 2 can board with no issue. The second to last academy does not have a transmitter of its own, so bringing the team over here was definitely the right move. Unfortunately, I do not know where the transmitter is located. Still, it seemed to me like this information could be of some use to you. This is why I came here to tell you about it. Distress signal transmitter. I've never seen or heard of such a thing before. Same here. After hearing that, we split up into groups and searched for the transmitter, but
We still haven't found it.
it doesn't matter. We do have to put the transmitter on the back burner for now. Finding the identity of X is our top priority. X is most likely the one who killed Shoma. Or they could have ordered someone else to do it, like they did Kako. At any rate, X is absolutely involved in Shoma's murder. As long as we could figure out who killed Shoma, we'd find out who X is. All right. Clench my fist tightly. Haruko, Tsubasa, come with me.
Oh.
What?
Where?
To the courtyard. I'm going to reinvestigate the scene of Shoma's murder.
Very well. I don't mind, but
What's that?
can we have breakfast first? I'm starving.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And thus, Haruko, Tsubasa, and I went to the courtyard together after having breakfast. Man, we get some Danganronpa music. Why'd you ask us to come along? I can't go against my own last words now, can I?
The part about moving around in a group during the day?
But why choose us? No reason in particular. I just felt like it.
Felt like it.
One of us could very well be X. Then it'll be a 2-on-1 fight.
What if X tries to destroy evidence during this investigation?
Not worried. They would have already done that while I was conscious, if it was that important. Yes, that is true.
Then, what are you investigating?
One question before I answer. Nobody had an alibi from 4 a.m. on day 51, right? When Choma was killed? Yes. We were all sleeping in our rooms. Well, Eva was in Ito's room, actually. But you know what I mean. What about the murder weapon? Or any other clues?
So far, we haven't found anything.
In that case, fastest way to identify X is see who could have possibly killed Shoma under those circumstances. The killer likely used a special method to kill Shoma while he was locked in the cage. Figuring out what the method was could break this case wide open. Who could have done that? Was thus the best line of investigation to pursue. How exactly are we going to do that?
This place is so big that I have no idea where to even start. We need to find some sort of clue first.
There is a clue. Shoma's body was wet when we first found it, remember? I think finding out why may very well be the key to solving this case. I walked over to the courtyard fountain. There was a valve with a handle on the side, probably for adjusting the amount of water being spouted. I opened it completely, and then a frighteningly amount of water gushed out all at once, making the fountain look like an erupting geyser or open dam. A giant column of water shot up into the sky and came down again like a downpour of rain. I quickly turned the handle to close the valve. Soon the water slowly, considerably, and went back to its normal flow. Whew, that was close. What exactly were you trying to do?
I'm glad I was standing over here. I'd be all wet if I had gotten any closer.
Next, I checked the central drain. It was more like a tunnel than a drain. The water flowed deep into the tunnel. There was a large handle here as well. I turned the handle, and a wall came down from the top of the tunnel, completely sealing up the drain. After checking it, I returned the handle to its original position. I briefly saw Haruko and Tsubasa stare at me in confusion. Proceeded to the next destination, the cage where Shoma was held. We already checked every inch of that cage. There's no hidden tunnel beneath the bars. There are no hidden tunnels underneath, and the bars are as strong as can be.
No scratches on the lock either, and no trace of anything had been tampered with. The hinges of the gate also are untouched.
As I listened to them, my eyes wandered to the top of the cage. Officially, this cage is an animal pen. I think it was supposed to be modeled after bird cages or something. Or, you see that ring at the top there? Yes, what about it? I didn't answer. Instead of lowering my glance to the bottom of the cage, where something caught my eye. The cage isn't secured to the floor. It's just a bottomless cage. It's placed on top of the base.
But the cage is impossible to move manually. It literally weighs a ton.
How do you know that? Well, there's a blueprint of the courtyard on the war room's computer that had some information about it. I see. So it weighs 1 ton?
Hey, that reminds me.
Did you know that this courtyard was originally created as a biotope for space development research? Biotope? Well, I'll try to keep explanation as brief as possible. It said that before world death, Earth was full of different kinds of terrain, like arid regions and rainforests. And each of these regions was inhabited by living things unique to their area, including plants, microorganisms, and vertebrates. For research purposes, this place had originally been created as a perfect replica of the ecosystems that creatures had been living in. That's why there are blasts of hot air to simulate a desert environment. It could also withstand atmospheric pressures, many times Earth's range. But wouldn't that amount of pressure cause the windows to break?
Oh.
What are you talking about? Those things over there aren't windows. They're all display screens, including the ceiling. Look carefully, you'll be able to see light flickering once in a while. That's interesting, I didn't even realize that. There's no way that the sky could be visible from here. We're inside a school, after all. You might be right, but what about the exits on both sides, connected to the hallways? Atmospheric pressure can escape from those exits when it gets too high, right? Those places were closed in the beginning, covered by partition walls. Don't you remember? Oh, right. They opened up after C-Ray released them. In other words, as long as the walls on those exits and drains are down, the courtyard is completely sealed space. Completely sealed space. Are you done here? Shall we return to the gym? Not yet. There's one more thing. This. A balloon?
Oh.
The one we found during your investigation on day 51. Why do you think it was found so close to the cage?
I have no idea.
I can hardly imagine it being someone's personal belongings. The more likely possibility is that someone made it using the Gift-O-Matic. Then we can look at the Gift-O-Matic history. We can look at the Gift-O-Matic history and find out who made it. Gift-O-Matic? Well, we'll definitely be able to find a clue if we go there. Oh, am I right? We made our way to the rec room. Investigating the Gift-O-Matic resulted in few discoveries.
Oh.
So in summary, the official name is Sturdy Rubber Balloon. It was made using a very durable material. The description on the box mentions it doesn't break easily. The balloon has a capacity of 14 liters. It should be quite big when blown up. According to the history logs, it was crafted a total of 100 times. That means that mini balloons for what? Unfortunately, we won't be able to find out who crafted them. That data and only that data has been erased. After reviewing our findings, I put the balloon back into my pocket. Tsubasa, is there a tire pump in the parking lot? Yeah, it's an electric air compressor. Is it portable? Of course it is. It has a caster wheels attached to it. Anybody can move it anywhere. But why do you ask? Sorry, let me gather my thoughts first. I'll explain it all to everyone once I have a clear picture of how the events unfolded. A clearer picture? And when will that happen? Probably by 7 p.m. tonight? Can we go by somewhere else so we can get one more bit of information? We returned to the gym together, where I immediately started sorting out my thoughts. The day flew by as I did, and soon it was night. The time had come for, I had asked everyone to arrive with me. Yeah, we're at the gym, so we're all here. It was exactly 7 p.m. when I quietly said to everyone, "Hey guys, can you all come with me to the courtyard? I have something important to discuss."
What is it? What is this important thing we had to come all the way here to discuss?
Well, you see, I turned my gaze upward, then slowly lowered my head.
I figured out who killed Shoma.
What? What? I didn't. I have no clue. What? Yeah. Bro, I have no clue. Who did it? I'm saving. What the fudge? I don't. How the fuck am I supposed to know that? First, we must answer the how. How did the killer stab Shoma while he was inside the locked cage? Once we can figure that out, the identity of the killer becomes apparent. Because only that person could have done all that under these circumstances. Just cut to the chase and tell us who the killer is already. All right.
I'll tell you. The person who killed
What?
Shoma.
What? I have to pick someone? Oh, okay.
It was. The name of that person is...
Can we go through all that stuff? No? Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay, 100 balloons. Move the compressor. Close the tunnel. Use the water. Use the balloons. Raise the cage. Swam in. I don't, who, I honestly don't know who it was. I mean, I could guess Ima. It could have been anybody. I'm trying to think of, like, any information. Oh my gosh. Let's try Eva. We'll just try. I don't know. I have no fucking clue. Could be anybody. She's cowardly enough to betray us.
The real killer. You!
What are you saying, Takumi? I came to the school on day 21. I couldn't have written the first threatening note or killed Gaku. That means I couldn't have been X.
Indeed.
What?
I didn't say you were X. What I said was you're the person who killed Shoma.
I did not. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Shut your mouth and just watch. I'll be exposing every last detail of your criminal wrongdoings from start to finish.
Is it really her? Did I guess right? I guess I guessed right. I don't know. Like, I mean, I can go back and see.
What makes you think I'm the killer?
Before getting to that part, we'll have an explanation of how the murder even took place to begin with. Shoma's dead body was found in that cage. He had been stabbed multiple times. That means that you had to figure out a way to get inside the cage.
But the door was locked. And you were the only one with the key, Takumi.
Yes, I did have the key. So you couldn't have used another way to get inside.
Another way?
The key lies in the design of the cage.
The design?
Can I leave?
What are you talking about?
The bottom part of the cage isn't secured in place.
It's just a heavy iron cage mounted on a base.
I don't understand. That cage isn't secured in place.
The cage could simply be lifted up.
So you went inside from the bottom.
What nonsense is this, Takumi? How is it possible for anyone to lift up such a heavy metal structure?
Very true. That cage weighs about a ton. It's not something anyone can move with their bare hands.
Wait, aren't you contradicting yourself right now?
You claimed I lifted it up, but now you're saying it's too heavy to be...
You used buoyancy.
Buoyancy?
That's right. You made the courtyard a watertight space by closing off the drains. Then you flooded the entire area. There's a fountain there, right? You opened up its valve fully and released an enormous amount of water through the nozzles, turning it into something like an erupting geyser or open dam. You left the fountain valve wide open for a while to fill the space with water. Oh, no. Weird.
Oh, I'm sorry, your explanation was so outrageous. I couldn't help but be amused. Takumi, do you not know how powerful water pressure can be? Even if we assume water is released into this environment after covering up all the openings, some would still leak out, because those walls would be under constant pressure from the force of water.
No, that wouldn't happen. That's how this place was designed. Because the courtyard was specifically constructed for a special purpose.
Special purpose? What special purpose?
This place was a biotope to be used for space development research.
It was designed to be able to withstand atmospheric pressures, many times Earth's range. That's what Tsubasa said.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's why it's impossible for the water pressure to cause any leaks. After a while, this place became filled with water. Considering the water flow of that fountain, it probably took about 3 hours for water to rise to the top of the cage. Shoma would be killed at 4 a.m. Coming back, that brings about time to 1 a.m. For the approximate time the water started accumulating. Even if you were right, that entire cage is made of iron. This literally weighs a ton. So, you said yourself.
It wouldn't shift around simply from being submerged in water. Buoyancy doesn't...
I could just pick the right one. I didn't know that.
By using sturdy rubber balloons.
Rubber balloons? Ones that can be filled with air to the capacity of 10 liters. That's a lot. 10 liters is a lot. You inflated 100 of these balloons, put them into the cage. To be more precise, you put the deflated balloons into the cage first, before inflating. Archimedes' principles states the upward buoyant force is equal to the weight of the displaced water. But our balloons that hold 10 liters, that's equals 10,000 kilograms. In other words, the effect is 1 ton of upward pressure. It cancels out the weight of the cage and reduces it to 0. You'd barely need to use a single finger to lift it. You were easily able to lift the cage with just slightest effort. 110-liter rubber balloons? That's just not... It would be impossible for me to inflate so many in one short time. How could any of that be done? More than likely, you used a certain tool.
A certain tool? Well...
Perfect. You
The
win.
bicycle tire pump in the parking lot. It's an electric air compressor.
It's mounted on wheels and can be easily moved here. Using that would make a literal breeze to fill up those many balloons. I see. That method does make it possible for the cage to be lifted up while it was submerged in water. But don't you find it strange? If the cage had been underwater for that long, Shoma would have drowned instead. But the biomatic stated its cause of death was hemorrhagic shock.
Doesn't that conflict with the sequence of events you've laid out? If your deduction holds true, Shoma would have...
The cage wasn't completely submerged.
The water only had to stop just below the topmost part of the cage for it to work. Discharged water equal to the volume of the cage itself created the buoyancy force needed. Shoma could keep his head above the water and breathe through his mouth, gaping and gasping for the air the whole time. He took this opportunity to lift the cage while underwater, slip inside, stab him multiple times. What happened to the water in the courtyard after that? You opened up the drainage walls to drain it.
Then the courtyard should have still been wet when we discovered Shoma's body.
You used blasts of hot air to dry the place up.
What? I mentioned just now that this courtyard was originally created as a biotope for space development research. Because of that, it's perfectly capable of reproducing a desert environment. Which means it has the ability to blast hot wind around the area. After draining the water away, you activated that setting to dry the courtyard. Due to the lack of time, however, the water didn't dry up completely. When we discovered Shoma's body, it was actually still somewhat damp. It was dry enough, though. Plus, we were all distracted by Shoma's dead body. That's why we failed to notice the remaining wetness of the area. The only thing we did notice that Shoma's body was dead. Fine, I understand. This is utter foolishness. Let me summarize what you're trying to say. I went underwater, lifted up the cage, stabbed Shoma multiple times while he was gasping for air at the surface. Then I dove underwater again and turned the valve handle to open the drainage wall. Look, Takumi, I'm neither a diver nor a mermaid. Even if I was an expert at holding my breath.
A regular person would struggle to do even one of the things
that's the only reason I picked her was just the mask. That's the only reason.
No. It's absolutely possible.
You used your mask, Ava. Tsubasa told me about it. That's a miniature air tank in your mask. It allows you to use it as a sealed gas mask. You can breathe up to 30 minutes using it like that.
Yeah, I did say that.
I never thought it would work underwater, though. This is it,
Yes, I remember now. My mask did have a function like that, but someone stole it from me. That person must be the real killer. Yes, that has to be it. I know I am right.
You've been cornered and you know it, Ava. Just admit that you're the one behind this. Your mask was unique. It's custom made to fit a specific shape. According to Tsubasa, you're the only one who can wear it. You were right, Ava. This isn't a crime that a regular person could have committed. Only a diver, mermaid, or someone with that particular mask could have done it.
Yeah.
Ergo, the person who could wear that particular mask is the culprit.
That's right.
Only one person in this world can put on that mask.
That's
that
right.
Person
Get her.
is standing right in front of me. It's none other than you, Ava!
You. You're the only one who could have killed
You're
Shoma.
the only one who could have killed
You're
Shoma!
the only one. The murderer is you. I love this Danganronpa moments, man.
No!
I think this one's probably my favorite Chapter 2 timeline so far. Well, that and like the canon one, which kept pumping out so many cool, like, showing some of the mysteries. This one here is a lot of fun. You know what I mean? These murder mysteries are pretty cool. Plus, we get to see these characters in a different light, which is pretty great. There we go. I love how we do the heart still for the persuasion. Yeah, she's done. You lose. You lose. You suck. Valley girl bitch. We did it. Persuasion complete. We persuaded her that she killed him. We're just gaslighting all these people, and Shoma didn't do it. Kumi, you're right. I killed Shoma. The method and flow of events were as you deduced. I have nothing to add. But have I really did something wrong too? I had been threatened by X. I had no choice. When did you meet with X? A short while before 1 a.m. on day 51. Just before the murder, I heard a knock on my door. Oh! And you opened it? Yes. Why? Thought that it might be X outside the door. Did flash through my mind briefly, but I am not part of the SDU, and I wasn't even here when you saw a threatening note. I just assumed I could not have been on X's radar. Then, well, what did X say? Here we go. We're gonna get some audio. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Here it is. In case you think I'm lying. I'm going to give you some instructions now, but you don't have much time. Follow my orders quickly, or else.
Okay.
Should you go against me, or tell the others about my existence, I will detonate the bomb in your body immediately.
Wait, what's going on? How did X get their hands on the detonator? Maybe they stole it from one of us? No, X said they obtained it through the proper channels from Tsubasa herself. No! I duplicated the device and gave a copy to everyone. I'll pass you yours later, Takumi. Now we are 100% sure that X is right. No, I think you removed me from that list. I passed the first detonator to Haruko and never got it back. And I haven't received a duplicate from Tsubasa yet. That is fair. Sir Takumi shall be taken off the list of suspects. Everyone else started scrutinizing each other with great suspicion, not daring to even move their bodies. Only their eyes. Hey, Ava, just one thing. Yes? X said they'd blow you up if you told the others about him, right? Yes. And that's what you're doing now. You feeling okay?
Why hasn't X blown you up yet, Indy?
I believe they could if they wanted to. The device is small enough to fit in their palm of their hand. It could be hidden in a sleeve, on their chest, or around their waist. No one would notice. It'd be easy to simply press the button at the opportune moment. But X cannot do that for one particular reason. And what's that? Takumi, do you remember what I told you about the bomb mechanism before? Yes, I remember. Anyone standing within 25 yard radius at the time will be blown to smithereens. 25? That makes the blast diameter the length of a Olympic-sized swimming pool.
Basically the length of the entire courtyard.
That's why X isn't pressing the button.
Because they be caught in the blast as well.
And it's not like they can simply run away. Taking such action is as good as admitting you are X. That's why X got their hands tied, huh?
This is a perfect opportunity.
For what?
For us to get information about X from Ava. Since they can't blow her up, we can ask her anything we want.
Great idea. Ava, do you know anything else about X? Their height, body shape? They were dressed in the same outfit Shoma described previously and used a voice changer as well. So it's not possible to discern they were by their looks or but. Looked down, short, hesitant. She spoke up again.
Actually, I figured out who X is.
Day 75. By their mannerisms. Their mannerisms? You know how some people will subconsciously touch their chin or play with their hair, thinking about something? Those sort of mannerisms. They tried really hard to hide it, of course, but I still managed to pick up on them. So?
Who's X?
All right, I will tell you. X, the real identity.
Suddenly, a sense of dread washed over me. My mind started working overtime as I went through all the possibilities. Maybe X would really press the button now. Everyone thinks X won't do it because that would mean blowing themselves up as well. But if their identity was revealed, it would end them for them anyways. They might even prefer to die with everyone in the blast over being caught and imprisoned. But in that case, why weren't they pressing the button now before Eva could reveal their identity? Were they banking on the possibility that Ava might say the wrong name? If she did, X could just sit back and watch the show without doing anything. And if she really said X's real name, they could always press the button at that time. Surely that was why X was adopting the wait-and-see attitude right now. It might be dangerous for Ava to say that name out loud. Even if she got it right, everyone would die. Still, I might be overthinking things. X could be hesitating simply because they were afraid to die. What do I do? What should I do? There was literally no time for me hesitating any longer. My decision was, yeah, let her talk. Let her talk. Let her say the name. That way, at least I know. No. There you go, buddy. We're gonna find out who it is, or at least who Ava says it is. We'll look at it from that direction. Okay, so if she says the wrong name, I decided to let Ava finish her sentence without interruption, however. She stayed silent after that and refused to say another word. What is the matter, Lady Ava? X got your tongue? Or do you actually not know who X is? What? Then why did you pretend to like you knew? At Emma's question, Eva suddenly... She smirks and lets out a chuckle, looking as if she was mocking us. When I saw her expression, the truth dawned on me. Of course you're afraid, aren't you? You're afraid to die. Even if you were forced to do so by X, you were still the one to kill Choma. That's an unforgivable act. Then you thought to yourself, I'm going to be thrown into a cage again. This time they're not going to let me out. Why should I stay then? I'll blow myself up. Take everyone in the STU with me. But you were afraid to face death. You never had that courage to begin with. So you decided to leave it in the hands of X, right? The act of pressing the button to activate the bomb.
Oh, that's why you lied about knowing X's identity.
Wow, I made the right decision there. Fuck yeah, Bryn. I win again. Wait. That means you're going all along with us the whole time. It's just an act.
When you said you hated vegetables, was that a lie too? Also, you can gain our trust and gather intel while hiding in plain sight?
Ava said nothing in response. Her lips didn't move for a second, but something else did. Her hands. The detonator is a joint in her left pinky. Moving it to a particular motion triggers the explosion. My body moved before my mind did. I exploded into action and dashed over to Ava at breakneck speed. I grabbed her left wrist and shouted, "Get away, everyone!" At that, everybody made a mad scramble for the exit. Right after that, Ava grabbed my shoulder and forced me to face her. As I did, I saw a raised foot and I found myself being kicked away. I landed near the exit. There were 5 other people. They just had to reach the gate, and we're not outside yet. The other 5 rushed to the exit on the other side, and we're about the same distance away as well. I quickly stood up and looked at Ava's direction. She pinched her little finger and said,
"Is this the courage you said I didn't have?"
She pulled her little finger without a trace of hesitation. Boom, baby! Boom, 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 boom. So dumb. Oh, jeez. I can't believe it. I wasn't expecting Ava to be an asshole, but she's an asshole. What a dick. I can't believe that. I thought she was going to be a good girl. You know, I thought she was going to be with us.
Oh, it's finally your 80th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy.
What was this, like 5 days?
We have just 20 days left. The end is really in sight now.
This is crazy.
Just a bit longer until humanity is saved. Work together to protect the school and humanity, okay?
Okay. It's day 80. I was already used to waking up and finding out that I missed a bunch of days. But I'm even more surprised the fact that I somehow survived. Come to think of it, I seem to recall someone pulling me back with a great force just before the explosion. That could be why I survived. I wonder who saved me. I didn't see who it was, but I remembered a lavender fragrance. I can think about that later. Is everyone okay? I stood up in the makeshift bed, pulled open the curtain, stepped outside, and then... What do you mean, Tsubasa and Mokoro gone?
Exactly what I meant. They're still missing when I woke up. You were the last 3 to watch last night, right? Yes, but halfway through my shift, I felt a pain in my neck, like something pricked me. Somebody must have jabbed me with a stolen anesthetic because I blacked out immediately. And when you woke up, they were both gone. That's what I've been trying to say.
It was at this point that everybody finally noticed I was awake. Sir Takumi, I see you've finally decided to rejoin us in the land of living. 5 days no see.
Oh!
Pretty fast, all things considered. Yeah, hey, shouldn't we be looking for Tsubasa and Moko? Yes, the 9 of us will split into groups of 3. After some discussion, we decided to follow the groups. Group 1, me, Nozomi, Darumi. Group 2, Takamaru, Karara, Kiyoshika. Group 3, Hiruko, Yugamu, and Ima. Let's go find them. Wow, those are good teams, too. And thus, we embark on the search for Tsubasa and Moko. We visited every place in the school to see if we could find any traces of them. However, they're nowhere to be found.
It's already been hours since we started looking.
Suddenly, we heard a strained voice coming from the courtyard. Bad news! Team Takumi and Takamaru, can you hear me? Oh, that's us. Okay. If so, come to the parking lot right away. We gave each other knowing glances before rushing towards the stairwell. Oh, okay. So it was the parking lot. Whoa. Why does the parking lot look weird? I thought it was... because I was thinking the parking garage. Okay, gotcha. Takamaru's team was already at the parking lot by the time we arrived. There were a few trees near the parking lot. Haruko and Takamaru's team were staring agape at something near the top of them. Dread started to pool in the pit of my stomach. I turned slowly, cautiously to look in the direction of the stairs, and what I saw was... No. Whoa! No! Dagnabbit! Oh, man. Tsubasa was my favorite, man. It was clear they were both dead. Blood draining from my face, I felt sick to the bone. Now 5 of my friends are dead. I didn't know how my heart was breaking apart. Somehow I held myself together
Help
and said,
me lower them to the ground and move them to the infirmary.
Subject, Tsubasa Kawano. Cause of death, hemorrhagic shock, 5 to 8 a.m. Day 80. Multiple stab wounds to the chest and abdomen. 8-inch blade. Too much time has passed. Insufficient cryptic globin present in body. Possible to revive. Subject, Moko Majiro. Cause of death, hemorrhagic shock. Estimated time of death, day 80, between 5 to 8 a.m. Lacerated carotid artery. Oh, that's a little different. Murder weapon is likely a sharp blade of unknown length. Too much time has passed. Insufficient cryptic globin present in body. Possible to revive. After everyone had a chance to view the monitor, the mood in the room turned utterly gloomy. We silently moved their bodies to the morgue.
Hey, do you mind if I mention something?
Huh?
Go on.
It's something I noticed about Tsubasa's back.
Huh?
She's got her heart stolen like the others. Wait, how did you know about the hearts being stolen?
Oh.
I decided it was not something worth hiding and told them about it. Right.
But I don't think the cases are related. Neither of them had their backs cut open. Then what is it you wanted to tell us about Tsubasa's back? I noticed that when the hem of her blouse hitched up while we were moving her body just now.
Terumi walked over to Tsubasa's body, removed the sheet that was covering it, turned her over, and pulled the blouse up so that we could see all the strange things on her back.
Huh.
Think so? Could be a Z or an N as well. I don't know.
It look. Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's a 2. Is she? Is this a? It's a Leon reference, right? Is a Leon reference?
Oh, it just spells out Leon.
Huh?
The mark is small enough to be completely covered by a hand. Not located at the center of the. Not located in the center, but more along the left side of the spine.
Huh?
This is indeed curious. The purplish color even makes it look like a bruise.
Oh!
What could this number mean? Nobody had an answer to that. We checked Moko's back as well, but there was no markings at all, let alone one that looked like a number. After that, we turned them both back around, closed our eyes, put our hands together to pay our respects. Moko. Nozomi clung to Moko's body and wept bitterly. Her anguished chokes and sobs reverberated throughout the hushed morgue. Damn, son. This is wild. I was not expecting that. That sucks, because Tsubasa's one of the best. She's like the best investigator right now. She created the drone. She researched all of the area. She knew about the tire pump. Like, she's been wrecking house. Everybody else here's been sucking. Night soon fell when the bedtime approached. Kurara suddenly brought something up. Okay, what do you have?
I found this in Tsubasa's space. Can you guys take a look at this?
The organic life detection device.
9, same as the number of people here.
Ain't it about time we just showed your hand? X, you're one of us here, aren't you? No criminal in their wrong mind would happily come forward, identify themselves when asked. How about this, X? Fess up, and we promise not to throw your sick little ass in jail. Come on, help us out now.
Are we only talking to X right now?
Say what?
X instructed someone to kill Kako and Shoma? What if it was the same this time?
Hey, don't you go putting weird ideas in my head. You're basically saying there are 2 killers among us. Whatever the case, we should probably be sleeping together. I agree. X should still be able to have some anesthetic left. Wait, yeah.
Another option is to increase the number of people on watch, but it's probably safer for everyone to just sleep in their own bedrooms. What do you think, Takumi?
I folded my arms across my chest and thought long and hard about it before saying, yes, going back to sleep in our rooms may be a better option at this point. And on the condition that nobody opens the door until morning announcement, are we clear on that?
Get ready for your 81st day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to be ready to give your lot.
Jeez, man. I can't believe it. This is wild. Tsubasa's death and Moko's death really got me, I think. I don't know if I can handle that. Alrighty. Well, we have done a lot. What day are we on? Day 81. That was a great time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you're having a great day out there in YouTuber land. We are going to continue this. We are almost done with this chapter, which I'm excited for because it's been an amazing chapter so far. By far my favorite, I think, of all of the 100-line Defense 2 stuff. And yeah, I don't know. It seems like a really good Elseworld, and I think it actually solves some mysteries in Chapter 13. Whoever X is may very well be the person that helped Ito escape earlier. Remember, in Chapter 13, he was able to escape the same method. So there's another character here that knows a lot more than they say. I don't know who it is. I suspect Nozomi. We'll see. Well, anywho, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Be safe out there. We're going to start right back up on 100-line Defense Academy very, very soon. All right. Bye-bye.